We are watching our governor, Rick Scott, learn to be a governor. And he has found out that it's not like running a business, is it? Just because the CEO wants to do something doesn't mean that government and the legislature can do it. And there's always a gap between campaign promise and delivery. We want to believe the promise. Apparently, without considering the consequences, he used emergency powers to gut a state program that, in fairness, is running a very big deficit. But it helps care for the states severely disabled. There was so much reaction to it, he and the legislature did find enough money to keep it running. But this program is still in trouble. Now, he accepted $30 million from BP Oil this week for tourist money. But he is ignoring the state process that Charlie Crist started for making claims against BP. There are billions in pending claims. The governor essentially fired attorney Steve Yarad here, who was heading the BP claims project for Florida. Yarad is the attorney in Tampa who won billions for the state. From Big Tobacco, he said he thinks he could have gotten about $2 billion from BP, but not now, because Governor Scott here is suddenly playing nice with big oil. And no matter how you look at it, those 24,000 jobs that the state would have gotten from the high-speed train would have helped Florida's massive unemployment problem. And now we hear thousands of existing jobs could be cut as he whacks the state transportation fund. And thousands more stand to lose their jobs in our schools because of deep budget cuts in education. Now, we're getting a red flag here from Pasco County that's telling us that sports and band programs may have to be cut. Which brings up a bigger issue here, because the schools are troubling to deal with troublemakers and bullies and social rejects. Barbara Benton, a teacher, says it is shocking how our state legislature and governor are blaming teachers for the failures of society. Boy, that's a fact. Our schools wind up with many of the problems society cannot or will not solve. Now, how did the word discipline get lost here? Suzanne Palmgren, Bayonet Point Middle. After 16 years in classrooms, I feel like teachers are now seen as the bad guys. They expect us to make lemonade out of lemons they give us. Well, she couldn't be more right with that. The system is just plain broken, but all they want to talk about right now in Tallahassee and Washington is cutting budgets. On the positive side, Governor Rick Scott made a big flip-flop this week. Before a congressional committee, he said he supports a state prescription drug monitoring program to control painkillers. That was the one he called an invasion of privacy. He's been in office only 3.5 months, but it is obviously a steeper learning curve than he thought it was going to be. That's my view.